Hello from ChinaChina.com. This is Mark Josie. Today I will demonstrate how to do proper sword maintenance. This is a Chinese sword, the Cold Steel Jade Lion sword, and it's a scabbard wrapped with raised skin. And these fittings here are made of nickel and silver alloy. Okay, so it's a Damascus steel blade, so it will require a bit more care when you do the normal maintenance. So let me show you how to do it. This is the old-fashioned way of how to maintain a sword. So a Damascus steel blade is a folded steel blade, so it's very sharp, and you need to first be careful when you clean the sword. The first thing to do is to get the oil off the sword. Okay, so first thing you do is you need some alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Okay, and then take a piece of take some cloth here and wet the corner. You don't need a lot of rubbing alcohol, but just a little bit is fine. And then the first thing we do is to wipe the whole blade carefully. Okay, remember to be careful when you do this, because the sword is very sharp, and if you're not careful, you'll cut yourself. Okay. And then you can fold the cloth around like this with the dry part, and do the same thing, wipe it all out, and now the oil should be all wiped off. Always look under a source of light so that you can see if the oils are completely gone. Okay. Just be careful when you do it. Okay, so this part is done, and the next part we're going to do, you will need a microfiber cloth. These are not normal cloth, it's a microfiber cloth. You can buy them like where you buy cleaning products and stuff like that, and the surface is different. Okay, so we need some powder, which is in the old-fashioned way they have some special powder, but here we use flour. It's fine, you can use it, and the purpose of this, okay, is to use the flour to polish and clean off the excess oil on the blade. So you take the flour, put it on the cloth, and then wipe. Okay, try to go back and forth like that in a very short, very small section like that, just to wipe off and polish the blade. You'll see the blade goes a bit shiny like that too when you polish. And the usage of this step is to not only remove the oil, but also to polish off some minor scratches. Okay, so spend some time to do this. Okay, careful when you do it. Remember, it's always a good idea to fold a few folds first, just to pat it in case you cut yourself. Okay, so flip over and do the other side. Okay. And for this step, okay, it's always good to use a clean cloth. Don't use any dirty cloth. Okay, after this step is done, okay, we clean off the powder. Okay, clean away the powder first. And now let's take a clean side of this cloth to wipe off all the powders there. Use the cloth to stick it inside the hilt here, the guard. A final wipe. One more time, the other side. Okay, very good. Now, if you take a close look at the blade, okay, you can see that the blade is very shiny, very clean, and it's polished, and yeah, it's very shiny. Okay, so now what we're going to do at the last step is to oil the blade. To oil the blade here, okay, we'll use linseed oil. This is boiled linseed oil. We're going to use that and some kitchen towel. Okay, fold it up. Take some linseed oil. Okay, you don't need a lot here. Okay, just keep in mind. Okay, don't over oil your sword. Just a little bit is fine. So we just need a bit here, like that little bit, and it will do a good job for the whole sword. Okay. So here we go. The way you do it is by lightly wiping it all across here once and twice. Okay. Turn it over, do the same thing. One. Be careful not to cut yourself, and the other side. Okay. It's good to do one here, and then the spine as well, which is the center of the blade, and so it's evenly oiled. Okay. Now that the blade is oiled, we need to oil the cutting edge too. To do this, you use the oiled part to fold and do a V shape like this, and then hold it by the side and then go upward like that, slowly, very slowly. Okay, and then the other side. If your cutting edge is dirty, you may find that the oil part on the paper towel will turn black as well. Okay, so this one is clean. Nice. Okay, so here's the oil sword, but then right now there's too much oil. You need a clean cloth, okay, with no rubbing alcohol to wipe it down again. Okay, wipe, V shape, clamp it here, and wipe. Careful not to cut yourself. Okay. You should wipe and repeat this process about 10 times for each side of the blade. Okay, so I'm doing my second time, third time. Okay, third time. This is a very time-consuming process, but it's worth it when you are done. Okay, 4, 5, and the other side. Okay, so when you're doing this, you're actually also training your patience as well. Okay. So now examine the blade and look. You should see that there is a little coat or film of oil on top of the blade. Okay, but it's not very oily. It's very light, but you can tell the difference between the oiled blade and a non-oiled blade. It's very different. It looks like a very misty haze kind of layer on top, and it's not really like 100% shiny, but then it's still reflective and it's shiny as well. Not that shiny. Okay. So right now I'm done with the this step, the last step, which is very important. When you wipe, okay, here you can see that the sword is not totally shiny like before when it's dried up, but then it's coated with a very thin layer of oil, which is very good for the sword for rust protection. And also when you do this every day, the sword will get what we call nourished. So you're actually feeding the sword oil, and as you do it more and more often, repeat the same process, your steel blade will become better and better condition as well. And so after a year or two, your sword will not need that much maintenance, and it can still keep rust resistant. So it's really good. So that's the way to maintenance the sword. And at the end, because this cloth here have a little bit of oil on it, so we'll put the sword back and use that little bit of oil part to rub the raised skin. Okay, just use that little bit of oil to rub the raised skin. As you can see, okay, we can rub it like that, and that's it. So by doing this, you clean off the dirty stuff, and also lightly coat the oil on the raised skin scabbard. Okay, so this is how you can maintain and condition your sword, expensive sword. Enjoy my video. Remember to subscribe and like. Bye bye.